Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to ask question 84/2017 under my name. The question is directed to Minister for Industry, Trade, Tourism, Lands and Mineral Resources. Can the Minister explain how sport tourism has benefited the country? Thank you.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Minister for Industry, Trade, Tourism, Lands and Mineral Resources.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the Honourable Maharaj for his question. Madam Speaker, as I had stated in my statement on Tuesday, that sports tourism is actually a growing niche market for Fiji that contributes significantly to the social and cultural and economic and infrastructural development of our country. It is regarded as something of high value, as a high value market, and given its potential to increase the visitor numbers and spend, especially during the off season, Madam Speaker. It is for this reason that the Fijian government will continue to invest and explore new potentials in the market. Madam Speaker, sports tourism does not only result from the visiting and expenditure for the tourists, but it actually also involves, as I said earlier, the development of local infrastructure, hotels, transportation networks, roads, telecommunication, airports and other infrastructure. And those developments will provide long-term benefits to all the communities where they've been established. And the benefits actually derived from this market are measurable in terms of the international marketing mileage. It actually raises Fiji's profile and ability to host these international standards events and attracting interest and investment from international sporting institutions. It attracts sports tourists, and it actually boosts economic activity, increases local community benefits, and provides a platform to incorporate our social and cultural features of Fiji into the overall tourist experience. Madam Speaker, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to respond to this question.
Thank you. Honourable Villamega.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, yesterday we spoke about franchising sevens, and we were a little staggered that we sniffed at that because Fiji has a perennial problem with money. Would the Minister, Tourism Ministry, given the profile of sevens globally nowadays in Olympic sport, look at creating Fiji to be a mecca for sevens in terms of marketing and bringing in those who want to play sevens globally to Fiji to prepare and thus increasing visitor numbers. So both will go together, the franchise highlighting the profile of sevens and the creation of a mecca, of an academy to bring in tourism for sevens. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you to the Honourable Member for that question. I think you'll see that the profiling with respect to the Fiji Sevens team, we are continuously undertaking programs within Tourism Fiji, even within the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism, with respect to our Fijian-made branding, to take our branding of Fiji offshore with the assistance of our sevens teams. You would have seen in the last occasion that they were out in Sydney, that we had a team from MITT had also attended to increase the awareness regarding our Fijian-made branding. Now, creating a mecca for sevens, absolutely, madam, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think it's actually a good idea. I think we're all leading towards that. We are the world champions, we are the Olympic champions. It is something that needs to be done properly, and with respect to franchising, I really can't understand why they say it in the term franchising. We're not going to sell our souls, most definitely, but it is something that is always looked at with respect to how we can make sure that the sevens team itself benefits, Fiji Rugby Union benefits, Tourism Fiji benefits. It's across the board. So it's not something that's taken very lightly, Madam Speaker, but in terms of a mecca of sevens, there are quite a few different parties that have approached regarding such activities surrounding our sevens team specifically. But it's something that we do look at, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable Vande.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The question by the answer by the Minister doesn't explain clearly how much in figures and facts to this House, Honourable House. Can the Minister respond with some figures and facts so that people do understand where is the increasing significant, as he mentioned? Thank you.
Thank Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, if his question is asking me for something that is statistical in nature, I can give him a specific answer if he wishes one. But if there is, with respect, I've given a number of statistics with respect to tourism. What is it that you're actually seeking? Is it a specific answer regarding the golf? Is it a specific answer regarding the surfing? Is it a specific answer regarding the Super Rugby? Is it a specific answer? If that's what you seek, please ask me a statistical question properly and I'll answer it.
Thank you. There being no Honourable Level.
Madam Chair, I just want to ask a question to the Honourable Minister on the returns of investment in terms of the staging of the Ratondola Golf Tournament in 2017, the returns of to investment in this country when the government golf tournament was held in Ratondola.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, I thank the Honourable Member for his question. In terms of the PGA, and I hope they're listening today because golf seems to be getting a bashing continuously year after year, but they don't realize the true benefit. Madam Speaker, in 2014, the Fiji International and Fiji Tourism brands combined generated a QI media value of close to Fijian dollars 20 million. And this can be translated as a return on investment by the Fiji government of approximately 64%. In 2014, the Fiji International partners generated over Fijian $8 million in QI media value in China alone, the highest of any market. China proved to be the strongest market with a global share of voice of over 40% across all the regions. For television coverage, out of the 462 hours of airtime, 46% of this was live coverage. Countries covered included China, USA, Australia, New Zealand, India, Pan-India, which includes 8 countries, and Pan-Asia, which includes 14 countries, the UK as well as Fiji and the South Pacific via FBC TV and Fiji TV Sky platform. The tournament also, Madam Speaker, engaged more than 50 local suppliers, and I'm specifically only referring to 2014 at the moment. The tournament also employed 50 local suppliers directly with an estimated 15 staff per supplier, equating to more than 750 local personnel directly involved in the event. Many of these suppliers were engaged for more than 2 months in the lead up to, during and post the event. Additional suppliers were also indirectly benefiting as well throughout the tournament. Now in 2015, Madam Speaker, the international event saw a 10% increase in the prize purse from 2014, the inaugural event. A total of 132 players participated from 10 countries, with an increase in local player participation in the overall number of players in the tournament. Again, the total broadcast hours was 594 hours, which was an increase of 29%. In 2015, international and Fiji tourism brands combined generated a gross media value of 32.6 million Fijian dollars. The USA market alone generated over Fijian $16 million in gross media value, the highest of any market. This was escalated through the participation of the star player Matt Kusher. There was also exposure to our main markets, Australia and New Zealand, and other markets such as China, South Korea, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Pan-ASEA, Pan-Caribbean, and Taiwan through the broadcast. And overall brand exposure, duration increased by 64% to 18.32 per broadcast feed. An estimated Fijian $1.5 million plus in tourism dollars was generated through money spent by visiting participants at the International at 2015. The total number of local volunteers who participated for the 2015 event was over 200 volunteers participated in the Fiji International 2015, of which 40 were internationals. And Speaker, that's pretty much the ROI.
Thank you. The Honourable Ratu Matentombo.
Madam Speaker, I thank the Minister. Can the Minister explain, is there any benefits to the people of disabilities? People of disabilities.
Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, In terms of any of the sporting events that are undertaken within Fiji, any international sporting events, we have put the welfare and the care and of the people with disabilities at the forefront always. This government always ensures that we put everything with respect to that. We did that yesterday. I think that's a show of strength of what we do with respect to our people who are disabled. Sometimes I know in the previous years it's been a miss. This is why this particular question was addressed yesterday via the bill. But all benefits that are derived out of our sports communities, if there is a specific benefit that the Honourable Member is talking about, I think we take care of them how we could in terms of tickets, etc., to these particular games. If that's what you're referring to, we always undertake and ensure that they're very well looked after.
Thank you.